everyone, this is one more video, and before I go into the details of the homework introduction, please go to the homepage, the class homepage, and fill in the student course evaluations. You will see the corresponding uh, place to click and do them. Please let me know what I can do better, what I can do differently, and with that, let's look at our current homework. So the homework is available and it is about creating a class farmer. So there is a getters and setters here for every attribute, two attributes, name and mood. Getters and setters are kind of plain. Before you do them, you need to do init and string. Just write a long string, just like I did in these examples that I recorded videos about earlier. So give all the information to the on an object. And there is a talk to. This is the only interesting method in this class. It takes another object of the same class, like another farmer, and there is some if condition that depending on that, you are changing your mood attribute. So that's the goal of this talk to, and there will be an if statement, and the attribute will be the value of the attribute will be changed. So you will need to save it as farmer class 1.py, and the reason why that I have a test code for you, and you want to download it. Maybe I'll download and open it. Okay, so let me just open it, and I will open it from one of my open files from downloads. And this test code that I'm going to show you has actually plenty of information. You might not even need to read the description that much if you can make sense out of what's happening over here. So from farmer class 1, that is the file you are going to create, import the class farmer. So you should, in this very file, farmer class 1, create a class farmer with this exact name. The code initializes two instances, name and like a mood index, just where attribute mood 2 and 3, and then prints the farmer information before. So this will call the string method that you will create, and it will write a string, and what this wants you want to program is for farmer print Brian. This is Brian, his mood index is 2, so that's just referencing the mood variable that you have in your class. Similarly for Lenny, this is Lenny, his mood index is 3. And then you call Brian talk to Lenny and print info after. So the talk to actually should print these two things. I rather like Lenny, my mood improved. And you can change it a little bit, but this actually gives you what it's supposed to do. And then print farmer info after and print Brian. Brian mood index has now changed to 3. So Brian's mood improved after talking to Lenny. So that is like a little assignment if you are a game developer and I am specifying a class that I want you to create, and I'm giving you this test code to run it against. So your class that you are going to create should be running with this program, with this test code. All right, let me know if you have any questions. By the way, feel free to ask a question over the inbox, and I'll answer it or set up a Teams meeting in case something about this class is unclear. So yes, this should be very helpful. I copied the results when the program runs in idle, and you can compare it line by line. So this is the first printing statement reflected over here, for example. Before that, two instances of the class were initialized. And going back here, this is how you can effectively use the import in case your pharma class 1 had plenty of classes or functions or whatnot, and you only needed one class to import. You can do it from module import what you need, in this case a class. And a hint about creating this class, your class will take so your instance, Brian, will talk to another instance, Lenny. And this is, of course, very similar to what we had with insect. So when we created an insect, there was a method catch that was taking another insect as an argument. And so, happy programming. You would have a little bit more here for get and set. One more attribute here, and finally the fun public method taking another object. And that's it for this week. Honestly, what I'm planning to do with my in-person students, and maybe I should do it with you as well, going back to my modules. Let's look at this programming assignment here. Sorry. At this programming assignment, it's not for grade, but it is fun. And there is actually a solution video that is done by my colleague, Steven, and he actually made this assignment. And let me show you where the actual file for it is. Oh, it starts with a description, and there is a file. You can find it back in the I think there it should be in a PDF file. But in any case, this is a description of an RPG player class, and this is actual solution. So you can stop. You can stop after you looked at this description and actually do it yourself. Again, actually, this programming challenge is harder than the farmers class that I asked you to create, in my opinion. But that's a fun practice for you, and a fun thing for you to look at. Okay, I guess that's it for this video.